All right, hello wine drinking people. Today is Friday, the 9th of November, and this is a tasting we've got going on. Well, I don't know how the time got away from us. Usually I like to get these announcements out a week before the event, but next Wednesday night at Cafe Maxx, one of the last of our bi-weekly tastings we're doing, because we shut things down here in the month of December. We are too busy in the store selling wine to be drinking with you people every other night. So one of my last tastings at Cafe Maxx, and we just did this tasting at the Edge, and I can tell you, man, people just love the wines of Washington State. I was out there in early August, and I fell in love. I'm going back next year. Anybody that wants to come with me, let me know. For $800, $900, whatever it costs to do the Washington State Wine Auction Package, one of the best deals in the fine wine world, and some incredible wines coming out of Washington State. It's just boomed over the last few years. Now 700 labels out of Washington. I think it's in 07 there was only like 300, but the big boy Chateau St. Michelle got all of their wines on the table tonight. These guys produce some of the best wine in Washington State and some of the most reasonably priced. When you look at what we've got on the table here, first off, we're starting out with a little Riesling. Most people are thinking red wine when they think Washington State, but they do some very good Rieslings up there. And Dr. Lucen is collaborating with Chateau St. Michelle on this EROICA 2011. And Rieslings, one of the most age-worthy of all the wine varietals, red or white. They were nice enough to send us a little 2007, which this 2007 you really start to notice a little bit of that petrol coming out, which you don't notice in the 2011. And you know, some people say it's from the slate where the wines are grown in, but I get it in Riesling almost no matter where it is from. And the 2007, you start to notice it a little bit. The 2011 has this lovely freshness to it, this white peach and lime citrus, lovely savoriness, really nice food wine, also Riesling. But these two EROICA showed brilliantly the other night at the Edge. And then the ETHOS Chardonnay from Chateau St. Michelle. A lot of people just discount Chateau St. Michelle because there's a lot of stuff in the supermarket shelves, but they're top level wines like this ETHOS. Outstanding. This is 2007 vintage, not the current release. We bought the rest of the 07 that they had because this wine reminds me a little bit of like white Burgundy, man. It has some good minerality to it. It's got like kind of like a Merceau kind of quality to it. Nice, rich fruit, and this little matchstick kind of minerality to it. Really beautiful. The 07 showing at or near its peak right now. That's the whites. We've got several reds. Merlot, one of the things that they do very well in Washington State. NORTHSTAR, a winery that is dedicated to making Merlot. Hey, our good friend Jed Steele was just in town. He consulted with these guys and on this NORTHSTAR project when it first came out. This 2008, drinking beautifully right now. A lovely a bouquet of fresh black cherry. And you put this wine in your mouth, it is just like silk. The tannins in it so soft and plummy, the fruit, and it just goes down like silk. Absolutely fantastic. We've got a stupid price on this wine, $25, the cheapest price you'll find it anywhere in the country. And then we've got some top-level wines from Chateau St. Michelle, like the Cold Creek Cabernet Sauvignon. This is the oldest vineyard in Washington State, planted in 1973. I call this wine Juicy Juice, man. Currants, cassis, just incredible concentration, almost liqueur-like, but still has these lovely, ripe, velvety tannins. One of the things about Washington State wines, lovely ripeness. They achieve lovely ripeness, and the wines are very forward and drinkable, like the Col SOLARE, which is Piero Antinori's joint venture with Chateau St. Michelle in Red Mountain. They've actually built a winery and established vineyards there. This wine still says Columbia Valley because they still buy a lot of fruit, but eventually it'll be all Red Mountain. And then a small winery, Spring Valley. We got a couple of wines from them. URIAH, which is a Merlot-based blend, and then the Catherine Corkum, which is 100% Cabernet Franc. One of the best Cabernet Francs you're going to have this year. If you guys come by the tasting at Cafe Maxx on next Wednesday night. I'm your host, Andrew Lamposoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.